How are you? How are you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For returning subscribers, welcome. And thank you for coming back. For new members of the family, new viewers, those who are seeing our video for the first time, welcome and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Press that notification bell and also remember to like our video. And liking our video is for all of us. Make sure you like our videos. Today's video talks about expectations. We can all say that today's video talks about expectations. What is expectations? I think and I believe all of us know what is expectation. And the saddest thing in life is that we are not prepared for the wrong things, but we are prepared for the best things. Like we are told that maybe when you finish school, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. And I think we also participate in it. For example, if you are a parent and you have a young child, you keep on telling them, oh, go to class, go to school, so that when you grow up, you become a pilot. I don't know how many pilots we have. You know, when all of us we were young, all of us wanted to become pilots, doctors, journalists, lawyers, judges, you know, those people with big names and big titles of professions. And then along the way, we start changing our expectations. By the way, what happens? You know, like when you go to class 8 or grade 8 or 8, depending on where you are, and you ask them, what do you want to become? You would find the same professions they had when they were young. But when you go to grade 1 or year 1 or class 1, you'll find that they'll be telling, oh, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a nurse, I want to become, I don't know, a policeman. And they have dreams, yeah? They have dreams. But along the way, dreams change. I think our expectations also changes along the way. Because when you enter to high school, in high school, I think it was for the first time I had somebody in high school saying that she wants to become a mathematics teacher. And I was just like, a mathematics teacher? You know, because when we were young and growing up, not so many wanted to become teachers. I don't know. Yes, maybe a lecturer, but a teacher, not. There were not so many. And then I had another one say, I want to become a businesswoman. I'm just like, a businesswoman again? I don't know. But it's because when you are growing up and the reality started hitting you, you start changing our expectations. But I think where the rain starts hitting us, beating us most of the times is maybe after Form 4, you know, after Form 4, because there is a large percentage of people that when they finish Form 4, maybe not you, maybe your parents, your relatives, maybe the guardian or the person maybe was paying your school fees, is not so much concerned. They start viewing you as an adult, especially here in Kenya, where maybe once you become 18 years of age, they view you as an adult. And there are people who, if they don't happen to pass well in their high school education, you find that there is not that there's not that concentration or that focus on you know. And then you start hustling life for yourself, you start discovering life for yourself, and your expectations, I don't know, as for some people it favors them, but as for others it does not favor them. They find themselves that now maybe you have to pay bills for yourself, you have to know life for yourself, you have to cater for your needs, you have to cater for your rent, maybe, you know, a lot of things. But there are other people, maybe they are lucky enough or they are blessed enough to join maybe universities and college. Again, when growing up in primary and in high school, we're just like, oh, university or college, and in Raha, it's fun, you know. I don't know why even those students in universities or in college, they don't tell the high schoolers the truth. I want to know those university students and college students who used to come to our high school, why were they not telling us the truth? Why were they not telling us the truth? Because they would come and they'll just tell us about the good things in university, the freedom, the education. Me, I remember they'll tell us that, you know, in university, what they do, once you finish your year, when you come to the next year, you're not going to repeat what you had already learned. No, you enter to reading to new units, new things, you know, and you are just like, oh, I think that one is better. I don't have to keep notes. Like, you know, in high school, you have to keep notes from maybe Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4. You have to keep all those notes so that you'll be able to pass the exam. And when you're preparing maybe for KCSE, you have to have all the notes so that you pass, because you'll be tested for 4 years in one exam. And I don't, is that unfair? Anyway, it is changing. I think now it is changing. Now it is better. But I feel that those students from universities and in colleges, when they go to visit high schoolers, they should tell them the truth that even in universities and colleges, there is working hard. And working super hard. Not only working hard, but working super hard. Because I think what usually mesmerize high schoolers is the freedom. And you're just like, you mean you don't have belts there? Like for me, I don't like belts and timetables, but you know there is timetables, but there are no belts. And you're just like, you know there are no belts. You mean there's no belts there? You mean there's no teacher on duty? Imagine there's no teacher on duty. Imagine, as in for some people, you don't even have to go home. Imagine, you're just there the whole day doing your own things, doing your own businesses, and you are there. You don't have even to go back home. You don't have to report to your parent what is happening or how was your day. You don't have to do home duties when you go back home after school. You know, like for the scholars, after those in high school, when they go home, they have to help their parents in doing 1, 2, 3 things in their homes. But now when they go to university, they're just like, you mean? Although I understand there are people who usually go to universities, they are forced to go home, back to their parents' home. I don't know how it is for them, but for these ones who they are in universities and in colleges, and they are just like their own. And when you're in high school, you're just like, oh, I think that's a good life, and you are looking forward towards it. But there is another part of life, but they don't tell you. Like, even if you don't have to show duty, you have to pass all the exams. If you don't pass exam, you have to repeat. And the other thing they don't tell you that education is not such easy. You know, it is not. You have to work hard. You have to understand. Just imagine for those who are doing medicine, nursing. You know, you cannot just go and play around and you are expected to, out of there, you are going to deal with people's lives. Just imagine. So you have to work hard. You have to understand what you are learning. You have to understand your career. You have to understand your profession. And it is not easy. It is not easy at all. The other thing for their professions, maybe for engineering, maybe for piloting and all those, is in that big name that you hear or that big name that usually people mention, is in it has its own weight. I think I would like to know, maybe for the doctors in the house or for the nurses in the house, how was it? Was it easy for you? Did it reach to a point and you were feeling like, did I make the right choice? How is it? Did I make the right choice? Yes, I don't want to emphasize so much on colleges and universities, but I'm trying to say that sometimes expectations we have in reality, they don't match. Yes. The other thing I want to talk about the expectation is adulting. I don't know, I like adulting. I don't know why. But when maybe you are there, you are young, you are in high school, you are in primary, you are looking for like, when I grow up, I'll do this and this. When I grow up, I'll be doing things and this and this. Maybe you're that telling yourself, when I grow up, I want to be like my parents. I want to be like my guardian. I want to be like so and so. I'll be better. Yes, I'll be better. When I grow up, I'll be having a lot of money. You know? And then, yeah, time passed, and now you have grown up. What are you doing? Anyway, adults in the house, what are you doing now that you're adult? As in, always expectation versus reality. What were you expecting? You know? What were you expecting? Like, I remember when maybe I was there, I would see maybe teachers, and they're so cute, you know. Their work is so good. And imagine just coming, standing in front of us, talking to us, and just like, they are so smart. They're not the baby like our parents maybe have to wake up and go to shamba. No, as for them, they have to keep neat, they have to be smart, or even walk to a bank. And find those ladies, especially ladies and also men who are in the teller section, where you have to deposit your money. And you're just like, oh, they are so cute. You know, they look smart. And you're just like, when I grow up, I want to be an adult. And then you grow up and now you become a teller. How is it taking you? Is it as fun as you thought it was? Yes, I know that people who are enjoying it, maybe because it is their passion, it is what they like doing. But I also believe there are other people who, they're just like, I'm doing it because it is work. But if I get an option, or maybe if I get another thing to do, I can do it. Just imagine going to job by 8, you are there, you are receiving people's money, and mind you, maybe sometimes we don't have money. I don't know why we used to think that those people who work in the bank, they have a lot of money, and you're just like, see, once you give them their money, they keep the money, then they can take anytime they want. I don't know whether you heard that, maybe such a narrative in your mind. But it's so unfortunate that maybe some of them, they don't even have money. Yes, a person will keep on touching money, counting your money, verifying your money, doing everything, but at the end of the day, maybe they don't have money. It's only that they have to keep smart. They have to keep smart. They have to appear neat. They have to be there. They have no option. Imagine you cannot go to a bank and face somebody who don't have her hair done. Somebody who's shaggy. They have to keep smart. And then the other thing I realized, which I didn't know, is that when you see after 4, most banks after 4 they close, and then you think at 4 they have gone to their homes. No, they don't go to their homes. They remain there doing other things, concerning work. Personally, I'm not a professional in banking, so I don't know what they usually do there, but what I know is that once the doors are closed, they don't go home. They have to do 1, 2, 3 things before they go to their homes. And that is the reality of life. That is the reality stroke expectations. Yes. The other thing I think is about, maybe you are just like, when I grow up, or maybe when I date so and so, or maybe when I get married, and then you get married. I would like to know, how is it? Because in most cases, I usually hear people being advised that when you're about to get married, lower your expectations. But I believe that each and every one of us has an expectation. Yes, and it is a positive expectation. I don't think there's somebody who maybe goes to get married or to date somebody or to enter into a relationship with a mind that it won't work or it will be worse. You don't have that expectations. You are there expecting and believing that it is going to be wow, it is going to work, it is going to be smart. But how is the reality? You can tell us in the expectation. If you're there, you're married, you can tell us how is your expectations and the reality taking you. Are they going hand in hand? But one thing I know is that yes, there are things which maybe works better than you thought, and the other things that don't even work, maybe at all. But that is the truth concerning the expectation versus reality. The other thing I think maybe we think about is about, maybe I've talked about our jobs, and I've talked about maybe relationships and marriage. Then I think it's maybe business. Yes, gosh. Are you there? Are you there and you've started a business, and how is it taking you? Sometimes there are people who even quit their job to start businesses, and at times it doesn't work. I think the hard thing or the worst thing is when you quit a job and start something and it fails. But that is the truth. That is the reality. Sometimes you have high expectations. You're just like, I'll start this business. It will be, imagine, maybe let's say you want to maybe to start something like pottery, and you're like, imagine if I start with 10 chickens, and all those 10 chickens, they lay eggs, 10 eggs a day, and 1 egg is 25 shillings, and I'll be making maybe 250 shillings in a month. That is 7,500. At the same time, I'll be having a cow, and I'll be selling 5 liters of milk, and all those things, you have them in your mind. And then you start your business. Yes. And expectations, they don't go according to how you thought they would be. Yes. Sometimes life can be frustrating, but what do you have to do? You just have to know how to manage your expectations. What I think, personally, on my take home today is be ready for anything. I think, yes, it's good to have expectations. It's good to have an expectant heart, an expectant soul, but be ready for anything. Yes. If you are there, you are quitting your job to go start your business, be ready for anything. Yes, be ready that anything can happen. It's good to put your effort, it's good to seek the advices, it's good to plan for it, it's good to pray for it, it's good to do anything that is required for it to work. But be ready for anything, because life is full of uncertainties. Yes, and sometimes it works better, it works magic. I believe so. Sometimes it works magic. As in, let's say maybe you're organizing an event and you're not expecting maybe to invite so many people. Maybe you are planning for 20 people and you're just there. You're not even sure whether those 20 people will come or they'll turn out. But at the end of the day, you find yourself with maybe over 100 people. Maybe the 20 people you told them about the event, they come with their friends. Maybe the neighbors joins you. Maybe your church members start joining you, your friends. That is life. Sometimes it is not that expectation will always be frustrating. Sometimes they are exciting. Yes. Sometimes they will work magic. So it's good to be expecting good things, but at the same time be ready for everything. Anything can happen. Life is full of uncertainties. Life is magic. It is magic. It has no manual. Today you plan for this, it will work, it will not work. Otherwise, my good people, I want to wish you a good time as you watch my video. Continue telling a friend to come and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Come tell a person to come. Yes, invite people. We want to grow. We want to grow and grow and grow and grow. We are on our road to 500 subscribers, and I believe and I trust that we are going there. Otherwise, have a nice time. Stay blessed, stay fruitful, stay energized, and stay positive. Bye bye.